Hello everyone, I am Disha Gupta and welcome back to the Nerdy Bookworm. The topic for today is the increasing trend of cryptocurrency and the movement towards a decentralized economy. So let's begin. If 10 years ago someone would have come and told you that you don't need money, cash, to make a purchase, you would have called him a madman. But today, especially with the onset of the pandemic, we are living in a world where we transact in a paperless and a faceless form of currency. Today, more than 30 trillion in India is managed by a UPI and digital wallets. Now we are witnessing the beginning of what feels like another era of cryptocurrencies, with the companies like Coinbase making $1 billion profit by just converting them into regular currency. The acceptance of cryptocurrency is increasing rapidly, and it is clear from the outstanding reception of Coinbase's IPO. With this kind of movements, a rage calling out for decentralizing the financial system has already started. So, still with no regulations for the crypto, is India lagging behind? My answer would be yes. When the average middle class Indian is ready to try his hands in the crypto market, then instead of talking about banning it, we should talk about regulating it. What stands in the way of total acceptance of cryptocurrency and policymakers is the basic need of the currency to be stable and safe. See, if I have a 100 rupee note today, then it bears to me the promise of the RBI governor as the face of the finance wing of the government to bear me that much value in exchange of it, right? It is not same with the cryptocurrency. We all have seen how even one tweet from an influential person can make a huge difference in the value of crypto. Recently, RBI has called out big banks like HDFC and SBI who had cautioned their customers against the investment in crypto, citing that the order has been scrapped by the Supreme Court in 2020. Let's understand what will happen if cryptocurrency or digital currency is legalized to be used in day-to-day transactions. It will be like downloadable money, whose value you can transfer to anyone without the need of a trusted third party. We exchange money now using banks or wallets which provide a backing to the transaction. So, in a way, we are placing our trust in these platforms to handle our money for us. With the use of the crypto, in the transfer of sheer value without any backing, no such trust in any institution will be required. It can become a fully decentralized economy where only the virtual value is transferred based on what people believe holds value in the first place. But the problem is that even though it is known as legal currency, but it is not a currency at its core. The legalization is a difficult route because of the volatile nature of crypto. The rule or the regulation passed today may become obsolete after 1 month or 1 week for that matter. India has a traditional system of banking where RBI regulates the monetary assets of the company strictly through various institutions, and cryptocurrency stands against all these regulations by its very nature. But again, slowly the government has come to realization that we cannot miss this wave of cryptocurrency as we missed the one with the AI. Thus, we saw the government asking all the companies to declare their investments in cryptocurrency. Having said that, we can conclude by saying that cryptocurrency is fundamentally a new concept for people as well as the government, and it would be preposterous to shut it out completely. We have to make it work with rules and regulations, and hopefully we'll see it soon. So that's all from my side. If you enjoyed watching the video, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.